honor to be able to talk to you about songwriting, creative writing, poetry, all the good stuff. Anybody here ever written anything, like a poem or a song or anything at all? Yeah, we got some writers. Anybody ever express themselves? Anybody keep a journal? Anything like that? All right, cool. Well, that's pretty much what this whole thing's about. It's about self-expression. It's about getting stuff off our chest. It's about creating art and having a good time doing it. So I got a couple tricks of the trade I want to talk with you about, and then also just kind of wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to hear what you had to say as well. So pretty much I like to start off this whole thing with if anybody brought anything to the class, any kind of questions or anything, kind of knock those out, then see where we're at, and then go from there. Anybody bring anything? Anybody got any questions?
Well, we were just wondering, are you going to have like a signing or anything like that?
You know, I just did my signing. Yeah, I just met like 400 people just now. Yeah, I'm a little beat right now. I didn't get a nap. Usually I get a little cat nap afterwards, but I'm alright. I'll get through this shit.
You can sign or you can...
Yeah, can I sign it after the class? Is that alright? Alright, no problem. Here you go, brother.
I was wondering if I could jam one of your songs with you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you want to jam out a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I didn't bring an instrument today. That's the only thing. We got a ukulele, though. That thing...
I'll jam on you.
Let me see what's up with that thing.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
No, it's cool. I like it.
It's good. I'll play for a dance for you.
You want to play first dance?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's do it. Why not? We haven't started the class like this any other day. Let's do it, man. Wait, what's your name, brother?
Alex Diaz.
Alright, snap for me. It's Alex, right? Yeah, snap for Alex. Here we go. Yeah, you wanna sing first dance? Are you a singer?
Yeah.
Alright, cool, man.
Hi.
Well, whatever you want to do, man. I'll sing along with you, alright?
It's a little tune.
Here, you want me to tune it up real quick?
I got
Yeah, I feel bad, but I didn't even think about tuning it before. I haven't tuned on.
What key do you play first dance? Right there? Here. Yeah. Good.
You ready?
Is that it? Started
Yeah,
with
dude.
you?
I got you.
Alright, cool. So let's... Well, it started with your hips. So I moved out to your lips and take a chance. Ask for a dance, cause you're the cutest thing on this side of the world we call our homes. Yeah, I feel so all alone half of the time. We gotta live with what we got, and I got nothing, so I'm ready to take your hand so we can conjure up with something right. Woo! And you could move on with your whole life, just like you do, just like you should do. But you could make everything alright, and I want you to. Cause ever since the first time I thought about was loving on you. Woo! Snap, come on. Yeah, there it is. That's good stuff. I had asked my man to hit the boogie dance, and there was nothing to do but laugh. So I made another leap, hoping to sweep you off your feet. And I said, baby, maybe we can bust this joint, see if my place is open to chill. Well, if you could move on with your whole life, just like you do, just like you shoo-be-doo-doo-doo, then you could make everything alright, and I want you to. Because ever since the first thought I thought about was loving on you. Woo!
Nice.
Ooh, wee-oo, wee-oo, la 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 la, ooh. Wee-oo, wee-oo, la la la. You could move on with your whole life, just like you do, just like you should do. And you could make everything alright, and I want you to. Because ever since the first time I thought about was loving on you. Woo! Yo, give it up for Alex, my man right here, killing it. bringing the good vibes, man. Bringing the good vibes. Hell yeah. Well, that's fun. That's real fun. No, that's cool, man. I was trying to get some harmonies in there with you. Yeah. Yeah. All right, anyway. All right, let's get on with this. So, you guys walked in on a creative writing course more than anything, because I know not everybody here is a songwriter, but everybody here has the opportunity to write and express themselves and to release, you know, because that's what it's all about, is we have all these emotions and all these things building up inside of us, and whenever we don't release them, it comes out in horrible ways, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally, all these different things. But we all have this way that we can express ourselves and we can release this. So that's what this whole thing's about, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. And we got any questions out there? I usually start with any questions anybody brought. If not, it's all good. Seems like kind of a shy class today. We got one back there? Let's pass this mic back. Teamwork.
What is your inspiration for your new album coming out?
Well, I'll just take that as just kind of where do you find inspiration, because that's really the biggest, you know, specifically the songs were just kind of stuff that I was writing, you know, it was just life, you know, but I want to talk about where you can get inspiration, because I feel like everybody, whenever you're writing, it's like there's this lack of inspiration sometimes. And I just want to let you guys know, the first thing, if you write anything down in this class, in your phone, come on, get your phones out, get your notebook out, come on, people. If you write anything down, I want you to write this down and one other thing. So, it's real easy. The more you feed your brain, the more you're gonna shit out. All right, it's easy. I'll say it one more time. The more you feed your brain, the more you're gonna shit out. So me personally, I love to feed the brain with poetry. I got this book on the bus right now, 101 Famous Poems. It's poetry all the way back from the 1700s until modern times. And I'll read a couple of those every day, especially whenever I'm about to write a song. And you feed your brain all these ideas and concepts and words and characters. And whatever you do, you digest them, and then you shit them out however you want to, you know? So that is like the biggest thing, if you're any kind of writer, is you gotta feed your brain. And if you're feeding your brain garbage, if you're just watching TV all day or whatever it is, and there's no real substance and there's no real story or plot line, then that's all you're gonna be spitting out is garbage, honestly. And I just wanna let you guys know that feeding the brain is the #1 trick that I've learned from 10 years of songwriting. I've been doing this since I was 14. I'm 24 now, and I've been writing every single day since. So feeding the brain is #1, and I love feeding the brain with poetry, with short stories, with I'm not really a big novel guy. It takes too damn long. I've read my handful of novels, but I'm more of just kind of like sitting down, getting something out of it, you know, maybe some chicken soup for the soul or something like that, you know what I mean? So that's #1, and #2, another great way to get inspiration is, it sounds silly, but my favorite dinosaur, the thesaurus. You guys ever heard of the thesaurus? All right, cool. Well, it gives you all your synonyms and antonyms for any word you look up, pretty much. And that is hey, write that down too. Favorite dinosaur. Come on. If you came here to write, you know, then that's what this is some handy dandy stuff. So, we got feed the brain, shit good stuff out. We got favorite dinosaur, thesaurus. And thesaurus is a beautiful way to make you sound, hell, I'd probably say 100 times smarter than you actually are. You know, because me, I'm just a dumb hick, you know, and I sound like I'm like writing poetry, you know. I'm looking up the word good in the thesaurus and coming up with the word, you know, fabulous or fantastic, you know. So, you're smelling what I'm stepping in, right? All right, cool. We got any more questions out there? Anybody out there? Don't be shy. All right, here. Pass it on back.
So what do you do when you get, like, stuck? You know?
Like writer's block?
Yeah.
Well, there's an easy answer for that. I feed my brain more stuff. You know, and also another great thing to do is, I love going out in nature. Nature is my friend, you know, and nature will heal you, it will make you feel alive, and it will give you inspiration. So if you're stuck on something and you need some new inspiration, maybe go out, sit under a tree, read a poetry book, get a couple poems, maybe take a nap. I love napping under trees. That is my therapy right there. Going to take a nap under a tree, you know. So I would say, you know, go out there, read a poem, take a nap, wake up, come back to it, and yeah, try again. You'll be all right. But like I said, number one is feeding the brain, because, you know, every single word that we've ever fucking learned has been fed to us, you know, and if we keep that mindset, then we just keep feeding our brain. And you'd be surprised, once you start reading poetry and once you start reading, you know, some classy literature, you actually start talking a little better. You start using words that you never used before, and it's just it's a beautiful thing. So that's really the number one thing you can take, and that's what I do. Whenever I'm stuck, I'll learn another song. Say I'm stuck, I'll learn a Bob Dylan song, or I'll learn a Beatles song, and then I'll get some new chords, get some new inspiration, you know, and those are the best, you know, like those are the best chords, best songs. I mean, just the classic stuff. They really cared back then about music and about chord structure and beautiful melodies, and it was really a pure time for music. So I recommend, you know, 60s, 70s especially. That was some really good time for music. So, you got a question?
Yeah. I, an artiste, or like a musician, that whole artsy-fartsy.
Say your name before it.
Hi, my name is Veronica. Hello, good day.
Veronica.
Hello.
Yeah, let's all say it. Hey, Veronica.
Hey guys, what's up? Alright, as like an artist or a musician, there's like, you kind of have to, it's really important to discipline your whole like creative process. And sometimes, one thing I learned from like a really cool art teacher was like, don't second guess anything that comes out, even if you think it sounds so stupid, like this is ridiculous. Like, it gets everything going. Like, it is
Let me butt in for a second. That's the thing, is whenever you write, it can come out super plain, and it can come out super like boring sounding, and then you bust out your favorite dinosaur, and then you make it sound interesting. All right, I do that all the time, especially for poetry. You know, it's good to just let things flow out, and then you can come back to it. It's all about revisiting your work and making it better. You know, go on.
Speaking of coming back to things, I was gonna ask, like, for every like big thing, at least like I do, or I'm aware of, like people who put a lot of time into their work, is that like you kind of almost need like a gestation period. Like, you can set yourself up and like feel like it's there, like the zit is like going to pop with like your idea you want to have, but like it's not there yet. You kind of have to let it chill out. And I know, like, since you write every day, you have to keep a product pumping out to feed the man. Not really, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I got a lot of product.
Yeah, well, yeah. How long would you say, like, does it take you to overcome your whole like artist block and like get enough going so you have at least like maybe like a 7 out of 10 on your own scale, just to like have something?
Well, the thing about writing is it's very situational. You know, we have certain moments in our life where we feel more inspired, and we have other moments where we feel dull and we don't want to write anything. And I've noticed that it's really all about just doing it, you know, and it sounds so simple, but really, if you just, it sounds like you might have a routine for what you do. You just go through that, you go through it, and like I said, if you are at a lack, feed the brain. You know, what are you into music, or are you more into painting, or what is it?
Everything. Like, I play ukulele and I play like open mic and stuff, and like
Yeah.
really some stuff I write because I'm so embarrassed about it.
Well, you shouldn't.
My own stuff, but like how like real that, how intimate that is. It's like I sing like all of your stuff every day, so it's like whatever.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's like never shit. Okay, yeah. But then it's like,
Well, that makes me happy, though. It's the wind behind myself. It makes me want to keep doing it, you know? So.
People I play for are like freaking ancient. Like, if I wanna.
At open mic night.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll just, let me butt in real quick. I mean, I was 14, from the time I was 14 to 15, I did open mic night every Tuesday night at this coffee shop down the street from my place. And that's a great way to do it, man, you know? And like I said, I was 14, and the people there were, they're in their 20s, you know? So you shouldn't be embarrassed. You should just look at it as a practice, and look at it as a great way to practice, you know? And just you'll just keep moving in whatever direction it is that you want to, but you just got to keep doing it. You gotta keep doing, you know. And what was your original question? What was it?
Like, how long is your gestation period? Like, how do you overcome when you're like, all right, this is as far as I can go, it's done, like it's dry, like, to be revisited?
Well, that's the thing is, it's like chap lips, you know. You keep licking them, they're gonna keep getting dry. But you know, you open a book. Let's say the book is some chapstick. You open up a book, you read, you got some new refreshment, you can do it all over again, you know? Like I said, it's all about feeding your brain. That's what all the great authors and all the great poets and all the great songwriters from every age have ever done, is taken influence from other people and fed themselves beautiful literature, you know? And it sounds so silly and it might sound like a pain in the ass, but it's well worth it, you know, if that's actually what you want to do. And I know some of you guys just came here to hang out, and that's cool too. Don't think that I have anything against you. I think that's rad, and I'm happy you're here, so. But yeah, just keep feeding the brain, dude. That's the #1 trick. I'll tell you what, you know, like whatever you do, don't plagiarize. But there is a great thing in reference material. Using reference material. A lot of my songs have stemmed from Beatles songs or stemmed from Bob Dylan songs. And they don't sound anything like them, but I was getting influence. Yeah, they're on the same vibe because I took the chords maybe that they had, I made them my own, and you know, came up with my own thing. But you know, even I mean, hell, half my songs are all from reference material, so I think that there's nothing wrong with that, you know. As long as you don't plagiarize, I think there's something wrong with that. So here, let's pass it back.
Don't forget to say your name.
I'm Sam.
Hey, Sam.
How do you think you could get like writing out there besides going to open mic nights and stuff?
I got an easy answer for you.
I got one more question though. What are you writing? You write poems? Well, I got an idea for you. How about you ever use SoundCloud? Or YouTube? Maybe? Well, the beautiful thing is how I got my start and how I got my music out there was online and using different platforms to get people listening to it. And I love SoundCloud and I love YouTube these days. You know, back in the day I used MySpace to get popping off, all right? And that's ancient history at this point, dudes. So I would say, if anything, I would use SoundCloud or YouTube. You know, maybe write that down. Don't be shy, it's all right. You gotta write it down. That's why we're in class, you know, gotta take notes. Alright, so SoundCloud and YouTube. I would say if you have some poems, you start posting them on there, you know, maybe record you talking them, maybe in your phone or something, you can record them straight onto there. And I would say if you did that, I'll give you a little bit of homework. Maybe not every day, but every time that you have a poem, record that shit onto your phone, upload it onto SoundCloud, and then let your friends know. I think that alone, if you did that for every day for a year, maybe you don't have a poem every day, but every time you have one, post that online every day, and you're going to be a lot farther along getting it out there than if you didn't, you know. That was my thing, is I got online every single day, and I would post a song, or post a blog, or post a poem, and I would just try to connect with all the people that would be like, hey, that's really nice. I would comment them back and be like, hey, thanks for listening, you know. Yeah, exactly. And Instagram too, you know, you can take like a little clip of you, maybe you're outside, you want to get real artsy fartsy, and you got there's this beautiful landscape outside, and you hit record, and there's a poem that you read while you're looking at the sunset, you know, something like that. Like, it's just it's all about putting it out there online, you know. I mean, if I didn't have the internet, I probably wouldn't be here, you know. It'd be a different situation, that's for sure. So I'd probably still be working at a frozen custard joint down the street, you know. I'll be the manager by now, but so, you feel me? Is that cool? And that goes for anybody who's writing songs or anything. That's your homework. If you do want to get some stuff out there, post something every day on YouTube or SoundCloud. Post it every day for 1 year. And at the end of the year, hit me up on Twitter and be like, it didn't work. Or hit me up on Twitter and be like, yo, that shit worked. Because it does work. You just got to be persistent, and you gotta keep at it, you know. And also the #1 tip is interact with the people that do listen to it, because that's when you make that connections, because everything is about this connection. I mean, everybody here is here because they found a connection with the music that I put out, you know, and it's all about the connection. Everybody has the opportunity to make that connection with people, so keep that in mind, you know. It's all about the love, man. Got something back there? What's your name? Hey, Suzanne. Cool. What's up, dude?
Hello, I'm Mariah. Did you ever get like really nervous? And if so, how did you get over it?
Yeah.
used to be a freaking nervous wreck, dude. Like, you know, like I said, I started kind of going for it whenever I was 14, and I was, you know, I was playing this coffee shop, and every single time I'd go on stage, I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack, you know. And those were the first shows I ever played, other than the 8th grade talent show, which was a complete disaster. But we did get 2nd place, and there was only 3 people in it, but that's pretty good, right? But yeah, anyway, you know, really what worked for me was just doing it. You know, every week I'd go up to these open mic nights and I'd go and perform, even if I was scared shitless. You know, I'd go up there and I'd just keep doing it. And as years went on, you know, about the time I was 16, I'd been doing it for 2 years. And after that, I was getting a little more courage, but I was still nervous as hell, you know. And now, 10 years later, it's like I feel at home up there, you know. And it's really just all about doing it, you know. Like I said to you, like, it's all about just doing it. And you got to keep doing it until it's something that, you know, it's like a sport, or it's like working out, you know. You just keep pumping iron until you're buff, you know. You just keep playing, you just keep performing until you're rocking out, you know. And another great tip is just close your eyes and get into your own little world and sing from your heart and enjoy what you're doing. No matter, you know, it's, for me, it's all about saying fuck what everybody thinks, you know. I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing this, and if me doing this for me touches other people, then that's the beauty of it, you know. So close your eyes, get in your zone, have a good time, and smile, you know. Where's it at? There it is. All right.
What's up, dude?
Hi, I'm Kyla, and I have a question more towards performing. Like, I just need some advice because I perform and
Here, this thing's feeding back.
So you just want some advice on performing?
yeah,
Are you singing?
I sing.
Okay, cool. What kind of gigs are you doing right now? Just anything?
Yeah, like me and my band.
Oh, okay, you got a band. Cool.
Local, it's like a local band.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like, we actually had a show yesterday, and like, I was like in it, but they weren't doing anything, and I didn't know how to deal with that because I felt like I was looked stupid, like dancing and stuff, you know.
Well, you shouldn't feel stupid for dancing, dude. Come on. That's what all the cool kids do, man. If you're not dancing, you're not cool, man. So, I would say dance all you want, but I think what keeps me in check on stage is be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, be cool about it. If you're trying to be a goofball, be cool about being a goofball. If you're trying to dance, be cool about dancing. So that's the best advice I can give you about performing if you're feeling stupid up there, is keep in your mind, I'm cool. I'm being cool right now. You know what I'm saying? It sounds silly, but just keep that. That's your motto. Be cool. That's my motto. That's what I tell everybody. If they're having any kind of troubles, I'm like, just be cool, man. It sounds silly, but does that help at all?
Yeah.
A little mantra in your head? And you tell your band to be cool, all right?
Yeah, I was trying. I don't usually like do that kind of stuff. Like I usually just play. And
Do you play guitar as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say, like, just enjoy it, you know? And, like, are you nervous? Is that the problem? Or is it just that you're, like, doubting yourself? Is that it?
I'm less nervous. I'm more like I want the people to connect. Like.
Sure.
Yeah. And it doesn't like they're like, you did so good, but it's not good enough.
Well, you know what? You got a long time to get where you want to get, you know? And my first shows were total wreck, you know? Like, it was me just kind of... I always played in, like, screamo bands growing up before I started Never Shall Never. So I was always me rolling on the ground screaming and being a complete loser. So it's like, I feel you, you know? But you have lots of time, and don't be discouraged by a bad show or anything like that. There's always another show if you let there be, you know? Just don't give up, you know? And keep... like I said, it's just like practicing. You just keep getting better and better at it until you're gonna own it. I can tell you're gonna own it someday. So you just keep going, all right? And if anybody ever doubts you or anything like that, just let it be more wind behind your sails to just keep you pushing higher and higher until you're where you want to be.
Thank you.
Anything else out there in the peanut gallery? All right, cool. I think we got something. All right. What's up, dude?
Oh, could I microphone?
Yeah, you want a mic? All right.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicole. And I wanted to say, with all of your different side projects, how does each writing process differ from one another, or is it all the same? Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, personally, I got a lot of side projects and stuff. Never Shout's definitely the main squeeze, but, I got like we used to be like a joke metal band, and now we're like going for more of like a punk sort of thing. But yeah, the writing process is definitely different. You know, we come from a completely different place, and usually it's us just you know, having like fun and being crazy and being like, dude, that's crazy, let's keep going, you know, and we'll just like jam like really punk rock kind of stuff. And we've been working on an album for like a year now, and that's really fun. And then Never Shout's more like, you know, really trying to write some great songs and great lyrics and melodies. So that's definitely different. And then I got the side project, the Gonzo, and I love electronic music. I've been working on all sorts of weird electronic music, and that's more just like sitting in front of a computer, smoking pot, and just kind of getting in the zone, you know. So it's definitely all different, and that's the beauty of music, is that we have, especially these days, is that we can self-produce things. Like, I mean, that's what I've been doing since day one, is I bought a little tiny recorder that I would record stuff on, and you know, I've built my studio now where I have a banging studio, but that's taken 10 years to do, you know. And I would say that everybody has the opportunity to self-produce and make whatever the hell kind of music they want to, you know. So that's what I've been all about, is, you know, I'm sure everybody here loves all different styles of music, right? It's like you love everything from acoustic to maybe not dubstep, but you know what I'm saying, like EDM or whatever, and or just straight pop music. And 10 minutes, all right, cool, all right. But yeah, it's like we all have the opportunity to do all those different styles if we want to. So for me, it's like I get a joy out of playing music and making different styles. So I just try to have fun with it, and you know, not all of it's great, but at least I'm having fun, you know. What's up, dude?
I was wondering, don't mean to be a mic hog, but I was wondering, like, how do you put in like equal amount or whatever of your different like creative energy? How do you channel that and be without spreading yourself too thin? Like, do you get in a mindset like, okay, this is Eat Me, all right, this is Gonzo, this is Never Shout Never? What if you just have like a spontaneous idea and you're like, well, this could be a direction Never Shout Never has never gone before, I'm just gonna go with it? Like, how do you put each equal amount of eggs in the baskets, if you will?
I don't know, it's kind of like Easter, you know? You get one egg that has, you know, 20 bucks in it, and that's your lucky egg. You're like, I found 20 bucks! And then you got one that's got chocolate in it, and you're like, I'm gonna eat this. And then you got one that has like a bracelet in it or something, then you wear it. Everything's different. You just gotta see it for what it is, you know? You gotta call it how it is, and then put it where it needs to be, you know? Put the 20 bucks in your pocket, you put the chocolate in your mouth, and then you I'm talking in riddle right now, I'm sorry. No, but I mean, really, it's all about you know, like you said, spreading yourself too thin. I've done that before, and it's not good, you know. But for me, it's all about taking enough naps and be able to, you know, there's a great line in the Tao Te Ching, which is an Eastern philosophy. It's called Taoism, and I actually have a tattoo on my knuckle, like the top one is right there. Wei Wu Wei, which means doing, not doing in Chinese. And pretty much what it all comes down to is not getting in the way of life unfolding in front of you, and not letting your thoughts or your insecurities or doubts come in the way of life being great. And in the Tao Te Ching, it says, a great artist can step away from his work. And that being said, it's being able to have a great idea and being able to let it sit and grow, you know, and not thinking about it, not overthinking it. Because you could have a great idea and then you could think about it 10 times and then it could be a horrible idea. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to, whenever you feel like you have a great idea, to be able to step away from it and to be able to look at it and be like, and then maybe even in a week, come back to it and be like, is that still a good idea? And then maybe it's the best idea you ever had, you know, or maybe then it's the time to be like, well, maybe if I change it a little bit, then it's the best idea, you know? It's good to step away from your work, because if you don't, you just keep over-analyzing everything over and over again, you're going to make yourself go insane, you know? Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing is, it's really a beauty being able to step away from things and then be able to come back to it, so. I feel bad, usually we write a poem in this class, but I guess we've just been having too much fun. Yeah, I guess we've been, oh, well, that's very nice, thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, cool, well, we got any more questions out there in the peanut gallery? You guys alright? We got one in the back, my man.
My name's Adam.
What's
up? When you say step away from your work, like just take that break, because that seems to be at least my problem with any work of art. It's that I get too stuck on it, and I overdo it, and then eventually it becomes a little too much of something that I didn't want it to be.
Sorry, there's just like a giant eagle in the sky. Alright, sorry.
But yeah.
No, man, I'm smelling what you're stepping in, and I got something for you. That's definitely like a big thing, is, like I said, step away from the work. And whenever you are overanalyzing and you get too dived into something, like I said, you can have a great idea and it can go sour, you know? So the biggest advice I can give you is, whenever you start to get overwhelmed with whatever it is you're working on, you know, make sure that you have it recorded, like on your phone or something like that. That's the thing. Another thing is, if you're writing anything, always write it down or record it on your phone as you go. And then sometimes whenever you do get overwhelmed, it's good to just take a day off, man. Take a day off, go sit under a tree, feed your brain some poetry, you know, and then even a week, come back to it in a week. And then maybe by then you can have a good idea. Or what I personally love to do is, whenever I have something that feels good at the time and then I come back to it, doesn't feel as good, I'll just switch it up. Say, are you writing songs?
I do a lot of different things.
Okay.
Writing songs is one of them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, for writing songs, I'll come back and I'll change around the chords, and I'll pick up the rhythm, or I'll slow it down. It's like, you should never get too attached to your work. You know, you should be able to come back to it and just completely just change it if you want. You know, but like I said, it's good to take a recess, you know. Otherwise, you're gonna wear your brain out, and you're gonna, you know, the point of writing and expressing is to create, and we should get joy out of creating, you know. And if we're not getting any joy out of it at the moment, that's a good time to know that it's time to take a recess. Go have a snack. And number one, guys, if you take anything away, feed the brain. Seriously, feed the brain beautiful stuff. And if you're feeding it garbage all day, if you're just watching TV and watching all these goddamn brainwashing commercials, I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but seriously, feed your brain good stuff. Good stuff's gonna come out. Feed your brain shit. All that's gonna come out is bullshit, I'm telling you. So, love you guys. That's the class. I appreciate you guys coming out, spending a little time with me. Have a great day. We're gonna play here after a bit. Come hang out. Let's party.
Snap your fingers. Here we go.